Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. So nice to be back with you. Thanks for having me back in again. I've got another quick and simple recipe for you. If you're in a rush to make something when you get home, this is a very quick recipe. I fried some hamburger up. I told you I usually like to get sirloin because when I got finished frying this, there was no grease at all. And this is something you could actually do the night before. You could fry the hamburger up and put it in the refrigerator. So okay, I've got my hamburger already cooked. So next I got a can of black beans. I just drained the black beans. I'm gonna pour my black beans in there, okay? Then I got a can of corn, just regular corn, drained corn. We'll pour that in there. Then I've just got a can, I know this sounds weird, but a can of cream of tomato soup. I'm just gonna pour that in there. You think cream of tomato soup, but it's amazing. And then I've got a little small can of chilies. Now you put this to your taste because these are hot and spicy. I'll put those in there too, a part of them. I don't think I'll put the whole can. You want to be careful because these are jalapenos and they are spicy. Okay, after I got that, I'm going to take my spoon and I'm just going to stir this all around, get it all mixed together with the hamburger and the black beans and the soup. Get this all stirred up. Okay, I've got this all nice and stirred up now. And now that it's all stirred up, I'm gonna set this to the side just for a second. Now, I've got a bowl, and I've got my favorite. I've got my Jiffy Bread cornbread, okay? So I'm gonna open the box of cornbread, and I'll make it just by the directions, except I am with add a few more things. I get the box open here. Okay, I add my 1 box of cornbread. To that, I'm going to add 1/3 a cup of oil. To that 1/3 a cup of oil, I've got 1 egg. Now that's usually what the box calls for, 1 egg. But in this recipe, the only difference I'm going to use is I'm going to use 2 eggs. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to whip this around just a little bit, break those egg yolks up a little bit, and then I've got 1/3 a cup of milk. Now, that's pretty much the mixture for my cornbread once I get this all incorporated. And remember, cornbread's all right to have some lumps in it. It doesn't. That's part of the cornbread. And once again, you know, in the very beginning of the show, in the early days, I showed you a recipe how to make homemade cornbread if you can't find cornbread where you are. And a lot of times I have to make that because there are many times I can't find ready-made cornbread here in Mexico. Okay, now on top of that, I've got some chopped onions, little scallions. Oh, I would say that's 2 tablespoons, okay? I'm gonna mix those up in the top of here. Then I've got 1 cup of cheese. Now this can be any kind of cheese you want. I use the Mexican blend that has cheddar and it has mozzarella and different kind of cheeses. So I'm gonna mix that all around here. Now my oven is set on 400 degrees because we're working with cornbread. Make sure I get this all stirred in here really good. Okay. Then I'm gonna bring my mix back. And I'm gonna take my cornbread. I'm gonna start pouring over top of it. And eventually this is going to bake for about 30-35 minutes once I get this all in here and distribute it on the top. I'm going to let this bake for about 30-35 minutes. I'm going to take this and spread this out as evenly as I can. Trying to cover the top of my mixture. Now, you'll see how simple that was. And like I said, you could do the hamburger the night before and have it cooked, and all it is opening cans, more or less. So I'm going to put this in the oven for about 35 minutes, and when it comes and it's ready, I'll be back and show it to you. Hi, welcome back. Our Mexican pot pie has been in the oven about 30 minutes, and I looked and it's nice and golden brown, so I'm going to take it out. And look at that beauty. As you can see, it's very, very hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool down a little bit. And once it cools down, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, I'll come back and we'll cut into it. Okay, our Mexican pot pie has been cooling down about 10 minutes. It's still awfully hot, but I'm going to cut into it so you can see what it looks like. If I don't burn myself now. And there we go. Let me turn this around so you can see this. Like I said, it's really hot, so for a quick, easy meal, there we go. Do your hamburger the night before, you have your cans of things, just dump them in there. Mix the cornbread up, pour it on top, put it in the oven. You got a quick meal that tastes really good and looks really pretty. So I hope you'll try it. Thanks for following me on Facebook and subscribing to me on YouTube. I appreciate your support. I love bringing you all these crazy things, and I know that this is not really a Mexican pot pie, it's more of a Tex-Mex, but the name of it's Mexican pot pie, so that's what we're going to call it. So I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, give yourself a great big hug. Know that I'm thinking about you. This is Jim in Mexico saying take care and God bless.